Welcome to Taiwan Talk. I'm Sheree Felice, and this week I'm speaking with Michael Wu, the founder of My Taiwan Tours. Listen in as we discuss his tour company and how COVID-19 has affected his business. Hi, Michael. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. So tell me, why did you start My Taiwan Tours?
Because about 6 years ago, I thought a lot of travel agency, kept taking care of the foreign traveler. And also, I think Taiwan Tourism is like a professional English website, to show the real beauty of Taiwan.
Oh, I see. So you used your expertise to be able to entice more foreigners to come to Taiwan.
Yes, correct.
Oh, I see. What made you think there was a lack in that sector?
Yeah, because I thought I had a lot of, English travel content, talking about Taiwan. Like most of, for example, the Taiwan Tourism Bureau, the website talking about, the attraction and also talking about yearly, they talk about the geological parts, but they don't talk about, what really interesting parts, what really motivate you to come to Taiwan, though.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense. And does your company only cater to English foreigners, or do you have many other types of languages that you cater to?
Oh, yeah. It's catering for English, Spanish, Italian, French, and Japanese. But English and Japanese are most of our visitors we receiving for now.
Oh, okay. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, a lot of English-speaking foreigners, for example, Singapore and Philippines, because it's close to Taiwan. But because the problem for people from the States or from Europe, usually you don't find a lot of people come to Taiwan because they don't know the destination well. For example, still a lot of people confusing about Taiwan and Thailand.
Oh, of course. I know. I'm part Taiwanese, and people always say, "Oh my God, I love Thai food." Whenever I tell them I'm Taiwanese.
Yeah, I know. I think it's a very different strategy when we promote Taiwan, for the Asian country. They know Taiwan already. For example, Singapore or Philippines, the destination is very close to Taiwan, so we can do, more in-depth products. But for people from the States or from Europe, they don't really know about Taiwan, and it takes 13 hours to fly to Taiwan, so it's very difficult to promote to them unless you have a really great content to build up instead of product.
No, I completely understand, especially since from New York to Taiwan, it's about a 17-hour flight. So to get people to do that, you really need some good content. Because Taiwan has beaches and mountains and beautiful nature. Why doesn't it have the same allure as Thailand or Vietnam?
I think we do have this kind of environment, but the thing is we don't know how to promote it, from foreigners' angles. So I think that's a problem for now. Yeah. So for taking example, Kending, right? Kending, I think a lot of people coming for the Kending beach. I don't think our government know how to promote, for example, Kending not only for the beach, but I would say I'll promote diving part of Kending, which we have a lot of beautiful coral reefs, compared to any other destinations in Asia.
Yeah, actually, that was something that I never knew, and I interviewed a free diver, and he told me that Taiwan has the most beautiful diving in the world. And you always hear, the Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, the Caribbean, these are the best diving. But he says he's dove in all those places, and Taiwan is the best. And it's crazy because I've never heard something like that. And you never hear of people coming to Taiwan to get their PADI diving certificate.
Yeah, so it's really cheap compared to other destinations to get a PADI or NAVI certificate, though.
Yeah, that's what I've heard as well. Yeah. It's really cheap, so it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's why further about Kending, right? So I see on the street a lot of private shops. I don't think it's really show the authentic of Taiwan, though. So that's a problem for speaking about the customer journey. We don't really know what should we promote about Taiwan.
Oh, so you're saying in Kending they try to act like Thailand a bit?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, you get confused when you go to the tree on the Kending,
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like Taiwan as a whole doesn't really know its own identity and how to promote its own identity.
Correct. Yeah, that's all about it.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. And are you trying to help that?
Yeah, so company we now only taking care of the customer. We also have another brand media called Taiwan Scene. Yeah, so the Taiwan Scene talk about all the English travel content. We talk about the local experience, local life, what Taiwanese do. For
That's a great idea. And what makes My Taiwan Tours different from other tour companies that might be doing the same? Because maybe 5 years ago, there were tour companies that didn't cater very much to foreigners, but now there are a lot. So what makes yours different?
Two things I would say is really different. Like, first of all, like, we doing a customer tour. A customer tour is like from one person to a big group. We can cater a different package to you. And also, like, secondly, like, we have all our in-house training tour guides. So, for example, like right now the coronavirus can impact the industry very much. So, instead of just wait and see, we spend so much time on the training, for tour guide and also the internal staff.
Oh, so you're doing a lot of training.
Yeah, we do a lot of training in order when everything is bounced back, we are ready for the next stage.
Okay. Is the company doing well?
Yeah. After March 17th, all the flights are banned, right? So any flight coming to from foreign destination, you have to go self-quarantine for 14 days. So everybody, the income comes to zero now.
So you literally have zero bookings now.
Yeah, zero booking. Yeah, correct. So
wow.
Back to the Stone Age again.
Yeah.
Well, I think the first time in the history, like, every country is banned, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. As my angle, I see Taiwan compared to other Asian destinations is much safer to travel, though.
Oh, completely.
The cases increases is coming from foreign flights, right?
Oh, yeah, I completely agree with you. And also the amount of cases that we have with our proximity to China is very, very low.
It's really well maintained in Taiwan so far. So I'll say for our strategy, I think not only like for our company, I think the government should stand out, talking about it's safe to travel to Taiwan after, I don't know, April or May, after the increases cases slowing down. So I'll say it's the best time to travel to Taiwan, though. Yeah.
Okay, so there's a lot of foreigners who are in Taiwan now. Would you say it's a good time for them to use your company to discover the island?
That's what we are planning to. And also, as coronavirus not really affected if you are on the open space. So we are actually curating package for outer space. Like, for example, if you know Hualien, there will be a lot of river trekking activity. It's really good for your health, and I definitely won't be affected by coronavirus, right?
Right, exactly, because you're outside all the time.
Yeah, good idea to increase some outdoor activity. And also, it's actually the thing for Taiwan tourism for reaching mountain. So I think the mountain climbing is also another good opportunity for foreigners to discover Taiwan so far.
And you say that you cater, basically, to every individual who comes through your doors. That's what makes you different, right?
Yeah, correct.
But how do you cater to every individual?
So this is something really different from our tour company. Like, we have own developer, we have our own engineer. We call it customized tour system. So we are matching your profile. So once you filling out the inquiry, for example, you have two people coming to Taiwan, your budget is $200 from the States. So we can customize your tour within 40 minutes with your own itinerary. So if you don't like it, we can fix it right away. We have a one-on-one travel consultant. So, can go through all your itinerary all the way until you start your tour in Taiwan. So it's taking efficiency, and also we make sure everybody taken care by our travel consultant.
I've heard a lot of people say, and tell me if you hear the same, because you're in the tourism business, but anybody that has come here, they've always said Taiwan is one of the best countries I've ever been to, and I never knew anything about it.
This is the funny part. We receive the same feedback from our customers. So what I learned from those customers is very interesting number. So 60% of the customer actually coming from States or Europe, they travel to Taiwan because of a few reasons, including layover trip. So Europe coming to Taiwan because they want to transfer to Australia, or States coming to Taiwan because they want to transfer to Asia, or people travel to many destinations, but consider Taiwan as a 59 or 60 destination. So what happened is after people don't really have a lot of expectation about Taiwan. So once they come to Taiwan, they say, "Wow, oh my God, should be in my bucket list." earlier, but so they raised the expectation from 0 to 60 easily. And we also have a conclusion, from all the customers, like Taiwan is actually hidden places or hidden treasure in Asia.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the best food. That's what I've heard as well.
Yeah, but I think this is an important part, like things that a lot of people coming to Taiwan, they got surprises. So I think how we make sure those people, they can become our very important ambassador. So after they go back, they can spread out the news, hey, you have to come to Taiwan, as early as possible. I think it's very important, essential part. How we, tell more people, you should come to Taiwan, as a travel destination.
Now, I hope you don't think this is weird, but I read a little bit about your history, and I heard that your parents also ran a tour company in Taiwan. So you grew up actually in the tour business. Is this true?
Yeah. So my parents also owned a travel agency when I was a kid. They still run it. So.
They still run it.
Yeah.
Did they ever experience something similar to what's going on now with the COVID-19?
Yeah, they do. Like in 2003, I still remember I was in college, so the SARS area. Yeah, SARS period, yeah.
What did they do to survive?
So what they do to survive is not doing anything. You have to remember. Yeah, when they asked me to go back, I was in Arizona. I went to ASU. Yeah, so I still remember it's really big impact. So because nobody has income. But I think this time is very different because, first of all, Taiwan has already have experience from the SARS, not like States or Europe. Because last time SARS doesn't really pass to different destinations, only in Asia, right?
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
So, so nobody has experience, including Japan. Japan has 0 cases before. That's why, everybody's lacking experience except Taiwan. So I think Taiwan is really maintained really well. Government has some response to the travel industry already, including the subsidies.
Right.
But the problem right now, the government responds to the travel industry, but they don't consider, we call the FIT, the free individual traveler.
Yeah.
They only consider the part of the GIT called group individual traveler.
Okay.
So that's why as My Taiwan Tour, we are acting real right now to talking with the government. How should we ask the government to consider, like for example, for people doing the e-commerce, travel e-commerce, or doing the FIT, they should consider also try to subsidize to support those tour companies in order to survive.
Yeah, exactly. Because if the government didn't give out subsidies, then basically your tour group would go under, as would most every tour group in Taiwan, correct?
Yeah, correct, yeah.
So say you weren't talking to the government, with the subsidies that are given now, how long would you say most tour companies have for this coronavirus to go for before they'd have big problems?
So I think most of the tour companies have 6 months cash flow. But the thing is, it's even worse than what we thought, what we expected before, because the government the Tourism Bureau actually sent out a formal document as the tour companies stop receiving or, doing any business until the end of April. So we have an official document right now.
So you're not even allowed to do business until the end of April?
We're not, until the end of April.
So even if I, who have not left Taiwan in, a year...
People in Taiwan is okay, but you cannot receive any foreigners or taking Taiwanese going out. Outbound business or inbound is okay, yeah. But crazy, 2 months, you cannot do any business. And for example, like people like us, we have almost 30 people. How can we survive? So
what are you doing? Did you have to lay off employees? Are you still keeping all of your employees at the company?
So we are shifting our angle to sure like we can take care, receive Taiwanese traveling in domestic area.
Okay, that's
so we
great.
are curating those products.
Okay, that's great.
Still, probably we should promote our package to those local foreigners. I didn't think of that before.
So you said you've been talking to the government. So what is your ideal outcome that the government gives you, basically?
I think we haven't received any response yet because it's very complicated, like, how to use subsidize to the individual company, especially not only a travel agency need help, also like, for example, hotel industry, restaurant. So it's very complicated. It's not as simple as what we think. So what we are urging the government to do is really do the straight subsidize to the salary. So instead of we just lay off people.
So what's your prediction for the future for My Taiwan Tours? Do you see yourself getting out of this mess?
So what we think is, I think it's a good timing. That's why I asked our engineer to keep developing the software for improve the efficiency, as I said, for the tailor-made tour. Otherwise, I think this is the only way, like going to digitalize. This is a really good timing. Everything goes digitalized. So we are also thinking, once our rent for office, the contract ended, so we don't need to rent the office anymore. So everybody can work online.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
So I think it's a great lesson. We think about any innovative way to improve the efficiency and make sure everything is digitalized. So.
When this new coronavirus scare ends and subsides, are you going to get an office again, or are you going to just keep people working from home?
I will make sure to keep people working from home, but we will rent, for example, a small coffee shop, just have a tourist hotspot.
Okay.
So just for renting a place for people for gathering and stuff.
Okay, yeah. and tell me from your experience all over Taiwan and back, what are your favorite destinations, and what are the most popular destinations that people want to see?
Still, I think the best will be the Taiwan Gorge. Yeah, Taiwan Gorge. And I see a lot of people just going to hop off tour in Taiwan Gorge. But, for example, I think Taiwan Gorge, you can spend 2 or 3 days. You go the in-depth, for example, trails, and also stay in the Silk Palace. And also there's a lot of tribes history you can explore. So I'll definitely recommend Taiwan Gorge. And I think it's a forgotten UNESCO site. In the world,
What's a place that people are usually surprised by, they've never heard of, but you bring them there and they're like, wow, this is amazing?
Do you know the Qingshui Cliff?
I don't.
On the way from Taipei to Hawaii, it's amazing, right? It's very similar to 17 Mile in California, right?
Okay, so if people would like to know more about your company, tell me, where should they go to learn more about it?
Just go to www.mytaiwantours, mytaiwantours.com.
And you said you were working on another project as well. What is that?
Taiwan Scene. So it's www.taiwan/CENE.
Okay, so Taiwan Scene.
I think it's a really good travel content site. You can get to know more about Taiwan. Yeah.
So it's www.taiwan/scene.com.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Well, thank you, Michael, so much for speaking with me. I wish you the best of luck.
Okay, no problem.
That's it for this week's episode of Taiwan Talk. I'd like to thank Michael again for speaking with me. And don't forget to tune in next week for an all-new episode. As always, remember to take care of yourselves. I'm Sheree Felice.